Hey, today we're learning 10 very common and natural idioms and expressions that you can use to talk about time. So let's get into it. First up, we have in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye. If you don't know the verb blink, this is to blink, all right? So this idiom, in the blink of an eye, means very suddenly, all of a sudden. So for example, life can change in the blink of an eye. Life can change in the blink of an eye. So this just means that life can change all of a sudden out of nowhere, all right? So in the blink of an eye, very suddenly. Next, we have overnight. Now, if something happens overnight, this means very quickly, not gradually, not over time. So for example, you can't grow a business overnight. You can't grow a business overnight. It takes time. Or change doesn't happen overnight. So if you want to make some kind of change or some kind of improvement in your life, you have to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. Next up, we have once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon means rarely, not often, or occasionally. So for example, I barely ever see Tim. He only comes out with us once in a blue moon. So he almost never comes out with us. Once in a blue moon. Our fourth phrase is a good time, a good time. Now, I've included this one on today's list because it actually has two very common meanings. First of all, a good time can mean to enjoy yourself or have fun. So for example, have a good time at the party, or did you have a good time, or I hope you have a good time on your vacation. Now, the second way to use this phrase is to ask someone if they are available or if this is a convenient time. So we normally ask this question on the phone, all right? So for instance, if I call you up, I can say, is this a good time to talk? And if you are busy, you can say, sorry, this is not a good time. Or sorry, now is not a good time. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Or it's not a good time. I'm driving. All right. So you probably already know the first definition or the first meaning of this phrase. Have a good time, have fun, enjoy yourself. But keep in mind, you can also use it on the phone when it's not a convenient time or you're not available. You can just say, sorry to interrupt you. This is not a good time. Now, before we continue, if you are looking to improve your English vocabulary range and learn expressions, idioms, phrasal verbs, and tons of natural vocabulary, I have created an amazing monthly membership specifically for this with Teacher Tiffany. It's called the Weekly English Words Membership, and I will link it down below this lesson so you can check it out. Next up, we have the idiom to kill time. To kill time. Now, if you kill time, it means that you are doing something just as a way to pass the time, usually while you're waiting for something else to start or waiting for something else to happen. So for example, I was playing games on my phone to kill time while I waited for my friend to arrive. Okay, I was playing games on my phone to kill time while I waited for my friend to arrive. So I wasn't doing anything productive. I was just kind of wasting time and helping the time to pass faster. So what do you do to kill time when you are waiting for someone? All right, next we have to save time. Now, if you save time, it means that you find a shortcut or a shorter or faster way of doing something. So for example, let's order pizza to save time tonight. Let's order pizza to save time. Maybe cooking dinner will take too long. Or let's take a cab to save time. Okay, let's take a cab to save time. So instead of walking or taking the bus or taking the train, if we take a cab, we'll save some time. Next, we have time after time. Time after time. Time after time just means repeatedly or over and over and over again. So for example, she's late time after time. So she's late again and again and again and again, all right? Another example, he's made the same mistake time after time. And with this one, if you want to emphasize it, you can say time after time after time. You can keep going a few times, all right? So time after time just means repeatedly or over and over again. Spare time. Now your spare time is just your extra time or your free time. So for example, what do you like to do in your spare time? In my spare time, I like to draw, I like to go for walks, I like to play with my new cat that I got just a few weeks ago. Hopefully you'll see him soon in one of these videos, all right? So what do you like to do in your spare time? It's just another way of saying free time. Number 9 is a phrase, to have too much time on your hands. If you say to someone, you have too much time on your hands, it means that they have so much free time that they basically don't know what to do with their time. And it is quite a negative thing. It's like you don't know what to do with your time. You have way too much free time. So for example, she irons everything, even her socks. She has too much time on her hands. She has too much time on her hands, okay? So you can say this when you're talking about someone who does something, an action that you think is a waste of time. So for example, I think it's not necessary to iron your socks because of course they go in your shoes and you cannot see them. So if I say she has too much time on her hands, it's kind of a way of me suggesting that this action is a waste of time, all right? So if you say this directly to someone, it's a little bit insulting, so just be careful. You can say it. You can say, I think you have too much time on your hands, but be careful. It can be offensive. And last but not least, we have the expression, better late than never. Better late than never. Better late than never. Now, we use this one to talk about something that we are doing later than we should have or later than we wanted to, but at least we are doing it, okay? At least we did it in the end. So for example, you might say, I should have started studying English earlier, or I should have started studying English when I was a child, but better late than never. Better late than never, okay? Another example, I wish I had started this YouTube channel much sooner, much earlier, but better late than never. So there you have it, 10 time idioms and expressions. Now try using some of these, try practicing with them in the comments. If you have any questions or anything wasn't clear, make sure you leave that down in the comments as well. And don't forget to grab your free ebook, English Conversations Made Simple. I've written this ebook to help you level up your English conversation skills. It's free. You can click the link below the lesson to get your copy. So thanks so much for watching and learning with me today, and I'll see you very soon in another lesson.